Hello, Epic History Fair judges. This is Mrs. Barrow. First, I want to thank you for offering to help judge exhibits on History Day. I have copies of the rubrics that I'd like to go over with you. If you like, I could also go over them with you in person before 9 o'clock on History Fair Day. I'll be in the Media Center. All right, so for documentary, this is the rubric. Historical quality is 60% of the grade. Notice it's 1 through 7. Needs improvement means, we didn't quite make it. You know, superior is, oh my goodness, did some professional do this somewhere? So historically accurate, just do your best as far as you know about history. Was it historically accurate? If you're not sure, you can always pull out your cell phone and Google. Shows analysis and interpretation. That means that they went into it and pulled conclusions kind of out of the claims that they made. Places topic and historical context. Now, this can either be in the documentary or it could be in the process paper, the 4th paragraph. That means that they said, oh, the time was the 70s, Nixon was president, Watergate was a thing. You know, it's kind of describing what was going on in the world at the time that their event happened. Shows wide research means a variety of sources in their bibliography, such as photos, videos, interviews, books, biographies, autobiographies, websites, etc. Uses available primary sources. For this one, you know, a primary source is anything that was made at the time of the event or by someone that was there, as opposed to a secondary source, which is like a website or a book on something. So just check their bibliography, and it should be divided into primary and secondary sources. Make sure they have at least 5 primary sources. Research is balanced, a little bit of everything, a little bit of pictures, a little bit of videos, a little bit of interviews, a little bit of reading. Just that they used all different types of sources in the bibliography. The bibliography should not be within the documentary. They should have a copy of it there. Relation to theme. The theme this year is breaking barriers. So if it clearly relates to breaking barriers either physically or emotionally or intangibly, then it is fine. It demonstrates significance of topic in history and draws conclusions. So in other words, they have some section that says, if this did not happen in history, then we would not be here today. Or if this was different, then this would have been the outcome. Some kind of analysis that says that they related it to its place in the grand scheme of history. Clarity of presentation. Presentation, written material is original, clear, appropriate, organized, articulate. That is an opinion. I'm sure that you can do that well. Entry is organized, visual impact is appropriate to topic. So rules compliance. Each one of the rubrics has a rules compliance. This is not worth points. This is only so that if it is an entry that might end up in the county fair, we can check it and make sure it has everything it needs. See, for a documentary, it maintains the time requirement. It includes an annotated bibliography. Annotated means that they've got a little explanation underneath each source saying how they use that source. All equipment was student run and other. If there's something else they're missing, put it in there. So that's a documentary. Let's look at an exhibit. Exhibit entry is historically accurate, shows analysis and interpretation, historical context, wide research, primary sources, research is balanced, all the same as documentary. Relation to theme, we've already been over that. Clarity of presentation. Exhibit written material is original, clear, appropriate, and organized, visual impact, etc. And then the rules compliance is a little bit different. The size requirements is the big boards with the headers. If for some reason somebody doesn't have one of those, then that is something that you would check off. That's if they have a computer with their exhibit or some kind of music playing, 3 minutes. Word count, 500 words, that's for the process paper. Annotated bibliography, as we went over before. All right, so that's exhibits. Let's look at the paper. Research paper. Again, we have the historical quality, which is all the same. We have the relation to the theme, which is all the same. We have clarity of presentation, where the paper is original, clear, appropriate, and organized, all the same. Okay, the rules compliance for the paper. The length requirement is 1,500 to 2,500 words. It includes the annotated bibliography. Next is a performance. performance is a little bit different than the other ones because you have people acting things out. Again, historical quality is the same, relation to theme is the same, clarity of presentation. The presentation is clear, original, articulate, organized. The performers show good stage presence. You know, they're loud, you can hear them, they have some kind of emotion behind them. It must be 10 minutes or less, annotated bibliography, and that all equipment is student run. Let's see. Okay, last but not least is the websites. I will give you guys this year. They changed the platform of the website, and a lot of students are having a hard time with it. So please take this into consideration when you're giving them the evaluation. It was very hard to put links in the website. It was very hard to make it visually pleasing. So if somebody really did that, they put a lot of time into this. Again, historical quality is the same. Relation to theme is the same. Clarity of presentation is the same. Maintains word limit, 1,200 words. That is student-composed words, meaning not quotations, that are on the website. They should have a word count for you. Maintains the size limit, 100 megabytes. If you can check that, check it. If you can't, then don't. Multimedia clips, 4-minute total. That's if they have any videos or music, and then annotated bibliography. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill out the evaluation, add it up, put it over here out of 70, and then I am going to average out you and your other partner judges' scores to figure out what the student actually received on the project. Now over here, comments, strengths and areas for improvement. Always try to write something positive. Try to Oreo cookie it if there is something negative. You have to say like, oh my gosh, I loved your visuals. They were stellar. Maybe next time you should be a little bit more careful while cutting so the edges are even, so it has a better presentation, but overall good pictures. See, so it starts with something positive, then your constructive criticism, and then something negative. Especially if this seems like it's going to be like a countywide project, make sure you put what needs to be changed in here. Otherwise, I think that's about it. And I wanted to thank you again for participating and for being a judge. And I really appreciate you and everything that you do every day. So you guys have a fantastic day.